Hey guys, J19 brought you another video, and today we're going to be discussing, part 3. We didn't get no trailer, unfortunately. We didn't get anything major, but we did get a little interviews by Hamaguchi. I'm not going to show off, I'm not going to read the whole interview because they're going on and on and on about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate coming to Xbox and Switch 2. So you guys can look those up. It's on Screen Rant, Automation, and Famitsu and all that. You guys can look it up. They're there. There's like 4 interviews, but they're all about the same. But Audrey, and Genki have posted this synopsis of what we really need to talk about, especially part 2, part Rebirth, and then part 3, mostly about part 3. So if you guys want part 3 news, discussions, and reactions when we finally start getting trailers and stuff for that, and interviews for in-depth information for that game, feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay notified when I upload those type of videos. But let's jump right in here. Let's see what they have to say. First of all, we'll go with Genki. So shout out to Genki underscore JPN. So feel free to give him a follow. It's so nice of them to post. What I like about Audrey and him, they love to keep tabs about Japanese interviews and stuff like that. They do their best to translate it for us. So shout out to both of those people. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So with that said, let's get right into this. Genki posted this. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director Naoki, I'm gonna say Hamaguchi, says Rebirth is selling well. There is no need to worry about the trilogy's finale. So what's going on is a lot of people are worried about, because the sales of Rebirth wasn't very good. Remake sold like 7.7 million copies. It might be way more now. And everybody's worried about, because of Rebirth sales not reaching high expectations that Square had. For a long time, people said, "Oh no, the trilogy is going to be like the final part is going to be affected. It's not going to be as good." He wants everybody to relax a little bit. He says the second entry, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, has been doing well on both PS5 and PC. I know some fans have expressed concern, but please rest assured we'll be able to deliver a proper, high-quality third installment. If you guys don't realize what they're trying to go for, they want Part 3 to be one of the best games of all time that we ever played. Or one of the best Final Fantasy games, at least. That's their bold claim. That's what they're striving for. Because, let's face it, Rebirth, their goals were like, we want to make a high-quality game, which they did. And also one of their goals is we want to hit 90-plus rating on review scores on Metacritic. And they did that. They got like a 93. It was a 93 for a while, and then went down to 92. It's a 93 in OpenCritic, so it's a must-play game. Remake, almost, the integrated PS5 version, almost hit a 90. So that's also a must-play in my opinion. So anyways, don't worry about it. Part 3's quality is going to be high tiered and strive for the best they can. They want Part 3 to be like the game to like, whoa, what a fantastic ending to this trilogy. Development's going extremely well. The game's shaping up nicely. A lot of content's already playable, which is fantastic news, which I kind of knew already, but this is great. And the game's direction and form are firmly set in place. Right now, the team is united around refining everything. So that's Genki. Shout out to you, guys, man. Thank you so much for providing the synopsis of what this interview is all about. Again, these interviews here are mostly about the remake, integrate, and Rebirth coming to the Switch and Xbox. I'm pretty sure Rebirth is coming sometime next year. They want to get both those parts out, because I do have one more final juicy, spicy information at the end that I found out about for part 3. You guys want to stick around for that at the end. So anyways, Audrey's next. We'll see what she has to say. This is from the JP Games interview, which I didn't read that either. I didn't read that part, but it's probably just the same stuff. Going over like remake, integrate, and of course they're talking about part 2 being on, the whole trilogy going to be on multiple platforms and stuff like that. So if you guys want to look at those interviews, again, just search them out. They're right there. These two here have some of the interviews up, and of course you can also look online. I mean, Gamer Rants got it, Screen Rant. Stuff like that. Anyways, in a recent interview with JP Games DE, Hamaguchi reviews a few details about Final Fantasy VII Remake 3. Title has been determined, which Nomura already stated that he already knows what the title is going to be. just keep it in the house, like keep him to himself, that he's ready to tell the team for this is the direction we're going. So Hamaguchi is the director, Nomura is the creative director, but he is like the mastermind behind all this because he's got a lot of stuff in place. Like people don't realize this. Everybody's worried about them omitting like locations and scenes and stuff like that. And he's got a policy in place. He says, I don't care if we gotta dial things back a little bit as far as like going all out, as far as like the certain details of quality. Like if we have to dial back just to make sure that location's in there, they will do it. He's got a policy in place that no matter what, none of the locations will be omitted. So Bone Village will be there, Rocket Town will be there, Wuta, Medio, underwater section with the submarine, it's got to be there. Going up in space with Sid, it's got to be there. All the locations, they got to be there. Even all the probably all the caves we go through, like the 4 caves you get like the master materials, and including nice around, they got to be there in certain way. Like those are locations, like they got to be there for this last big hurrah of this trilogy, right? Okay. Hopes to reveal news in the near future. Again, they could have had like a teaser trailer at the State of Play. A lot of people said that doesn't make any sense. State of Play is actually a big deal. It is the only event that Sony has. But I'll get to the juicy, spicy part of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, why this makes a lot more sense to me now, why it wasn't there. This tells me in the near future, it's going to be either they're going to have a Final Fantasy stream, like just out of nowhere, and they're going to talk about Part 3, or it's going to be at the Game Awards. My bet is Game Awards at the earliest. If not, it'll be definitely at the 29th anniversary of FF7, which is in January of next year. So we're not too far off. We got about 3-4 months left, probably 3 months more. I'm looking forward to that part. So that's huge, right? That's a huge part. Part 3 is the last part of the trilogy. He thinks they have a suitable finale for a great send-off. So again, what I read is they want to make sure that the trilogy is a send-off to all send-off of these characters, of this story, of this world for the fans and newcomers alike, because they've been working on this thing for over 10 years. And it's getting to the point now where they want to make sure they send this off. It's their swan song. A lot of these developers are not going to be like Katase wants to take a step back. Nomura has hinted at retirement sometime soon. Nobu Amatsu, he's getting up there in age. He's been having health issues, so he's taking a step back. But he's still doing music for games and stuff. But he's not like all in like he used to be. And you got like Nojima. Like people forget about Nojima. Like he's up there in age. Like he's a writer of these stories and stuff like that. But it's like he's even up there in age. So this is a swan song. So it makes a lot of sense why they want to make sure this finale is for, they want to be a suitable finale for a great send-off for Part 3, right? For this trilogy. Wants to see Final Fantasy series moving forward to be on multiple platforms for all future titles. So again, this is a great way to segment back into what I've been teasing you guys in this throughout this video, is in the future, Final Fantasy is going to be on multiple platforms. It's not going to be any more time exclusives. It's not going to be like, oh, we're going to lock it on Epic Games for a little while before Steam. No, it's coming out on everything. PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox. If it can run on an iPhone, they might do that. Or on a Mac, Steam, Epic Games, and Nintendo stuff like that. This is great. Now, the juicy part of this whole conversation that I'm having now is I read a little part, and I don't have it with me on the screen, but it's from Hamaguchi. He's hinting at, like, somebody asked him about the trilogy and like Part 3 about being on multiple platforms, and that's their goal. Their goal is to put Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 on all platforms, and they are taking that in. They're taking that as they're developing this game into account. So yeah, we got to make sure this runs on a PlayStation, on Nintendo, Xbox, Steam, Epic Games, Mac, wherever they plan to put this, right? They're going to make sure that the final game runs on everything. So what that tells me, Sony doesn't have a grip hold on Part 3 anymore. What they're talking about now, they're talking about all of the games coming to multiple platforms now. and they're open about it, because in the past they would be hinting and say, yeah, maybe down the road we'll talk about putting it on other platforms, but their convictions are committed to making sure that all three of these games are coming on multiple platforms. And they specifically asked Hamaguchi about Part 3, the finale of the trilogy, how they're going to work on the multiple platforms. And they say, yeah, we've been working on it, we've been keeping that in the back of our minds as they're developing this game. Like, apparently this game is, a lot of the game is playable, like, it's super great. But yeah, it makes sense that, yeah, Sony doesn't have a grip on the remake series anymore. So that tells me we didn't get it on the state of play, because Square's like, no. We're gonna review this game when we're ready. This is our beloved game. So apparently, with Rebirth getting a whole bunch of good sales and stuff like that, he's like, don't worry about it. Remake Part 3's development is going so smooth, so fast, so efficient, that they got a lot of games done. They already got an ending picked out. They got everything like figured out. Like, they got a playable build of the game. I don't know if I'm start to finish, but a lot of the game is playable. So that tells me that we're probably about a year and a half off. Like, this game's not coming out probably until early 2027, maybe middle of 2027. Like, they might need some of 2027 for this game to come out. And I'm okay with it. It doesn't have to come out early 2027, but it's got to at least come out in 2027, because they're getting up there in age. I don't think they want to get this game out in like 2028, 2029, 2030. That's a long time. Like, they first talked about, they got together like at like, what was it, like the 20th or 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy as a whole, and they teased about doing a remake of Final Fantasy VII. Even back then, it's like 2012. And even Nomura talked about there's a project that he wants to do, and it's involving the Final Fantasy VII series. He's talking about the remake project, even back during FF Trilogy time. Like, we're talking about like what, 2006, 2007? I think it's 2007. But yeah, like, this game, it's a 30-year-old book. Let's just say that. It's getting to the finale, and they're ready to tie all the loose ends, dot the I's, cross the T's. Not because, we're just, it's a business decision. No, this is their passionate project. They've been in the works for years and years and years now. They've been, 13 years now? And if the game comes out in like a year and a half, we're talking about 15 years, guys. 15 years since this game's been out. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys in this. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Genki, again, for all you guys done. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Part 3. Probably at the Game Awards, unless they have some kind of maybe they'll do like a live stream event, maybe to celebrate like the 29th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII after the Game Awards. I think Game Awards make a lot of sense now. There's not a whole lot they can do. Like, there's Jump Festa, but again, is that a good spot to review the game? I don't think so. We just had a state of play, and I thought, hey, third-party anticipated games. It's like, we didn't get Rebirth. We got Final Fantasy Tactics again, which is cool. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys for today's video. I know it's kind of long, but I want to break down each segment here, give my thoughts, give my honest opinions. And I honestly think that this game is a lot further along than we think. It could be out 2027 early, but it could be sometime 2027. I don't think it's going to be beyond that. Some people are saying it's 2028 or beyond. It's like, no, dude. It's like, they're not going to be working on this forever. They just can't. I know Hamaguchi's still young, but you're talking about Nomura, Kitase, and them. They're pushing 50s and 60s now. Like, game developers, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress on the body. It's a lot of work. You're working on it for years and years and years, especially on this trilogy, man. It's just like, They started this trilogy probably in their late 30s, and now late 30s or late 40s, and now they're 50s and 60s. Like, it's no other way they want to end this thing. So, anyways, shout out to Genki, Audrey again. Thank you guys for sticking by. What do you guys think about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 news? A little updates, a little snippets, a little teaser we got here. Are you guys excited? You guys looking forward to the review? Are you guys just saying, oh no, this just means that it's still got plenty of ways to go, there's still not the whole game ain't completed yet. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below about all this information. I want to break this down because I was kind of bummed out about the FF7 Remake Part 3 not being at State of Play. Like, I was just like jumping off boards, like we're not gonna get a review for wait later until we got all the information now. Like that's why I waited. Good thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Part 3. That's my most anticipated game of 2027 or whenever it decides to release. Not coming out next year. They need at least another year and a half to get this game polished and done because we're refining things. We're refining everything. So I can't wait to see what this game's gonna be all about. The teaser trailer. I hope they show off a little bit more than a minute. I hope this do like a 2 to 3 minutes. It don't even have to be like that long. Like you can just show off like you know how like Final Fantasy 16 did like the 4-minute trailer. They show off like early stages, like some story concept, some gameplay footage. Like even if it's just kind of rough, just give us something to like really melt our minds with, really dig in deep until we get the marketing ready to go. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. I'll have links to the description below for everything, for all my social links. Feel free to do what you want to do with it. And let me know what you guys think of Remake Part 3 news. Are you guys more excited? Are you guys more content? Or you guys just say, hey, well, you know what? We got Rebirth just came out last year. We don't really need Part 3 news for a while yet. So I'd love to see what you guys have to say. And let's have a nice little conversation in the comment section below. And with that said, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.